undersea earthquake caused the water to rise abruptly, generating towering waves that reached up to 40 meters high, sweeping everything onshore. The most heavily impacted areas were the prefectures of Miyagi, Iwate, and Fukushima. The video captures the unimaginable destruction. Waves carried away thousands of homes, obliterated infrastructure, and led to the collapse of the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, resulting in a severe nuclear crisis. Oh my god, the video shows flash floods destroying bridges over a river, a vital piece of infrastructure that served as a major transportation route. In this intense footage, a house is seen dangerously perched on the edge of a gorge, its foundation eroded by rising waters. The surrounding soil and rock have been washed away, leaving the ground beneath the house increasingly unstable. As erosion progresses, the house tilts and eventually collapses into the deep gorge, disappearing from view. This dramatic moment underscores the destructive impact of erosion and the vulnerability of structures in such unstable environments. In this gripping footage, a road collapse causes a deep pit to suddenly form, swallowing 2 cars in the process. The scene shows the ground giving way beneath the roadway, rapidly expanding into a massive hole. As the road disintegrates, the 2 parked cars are dragged into the pit, disappearing into the newly formed chasm. The video shows a dramatic scene where houses located near a mountain slope are buried by a landslide. Heavy rainfall has caused the hillside to collapse, sending tons of earth, rocks, and debris crashing down from below. The footage captures the devastating impact as entire houses are swallowed by the shifting earth, leaving only massive mud and rubble behind. This starkly demonstrates the destructive power of landslides and the risks faced by properties near unstable slopes. The video captures a heart-stopping moment as a massive rock plummets down from a cliffside while cars drive nervously on the road beside it. With a thunderous crash, the boulder hurtles onto the road, barely missing the vehicles. A landslide suddenly crashes down right in front of a moving car. Rocks and debris tumble onto the road, forcing the driver to swerve desperately to avoid the swiftly approaching obstacle. The scene is filled with raw fear and urgency as the car narrowly escapes being buried. The video shows towering waves crashing onto a coastal road, sweeping vehicles away. The powerful surf, reaching several meters high, inundates the roadway, pushing cars off their path and creating a chaotic scene of destruction. A massive flash flood roars through the streets with terrifying force. Torrents of water crash and surge, sweeping away everything in their path. Vehicles are tossed around like toys, and debris is violently carried off by the relentless current. The sheer power of the flood is awe-inspiring and horrifying, turning familiar streets into a chaotic maelstrom of water and wreckage. The scene is one of utter devastation, with the floodwaters leaving behind a trail of destruction and chaos. The tornado's fury is palpable as its incredibly strong winds tear through the landscape, ripping roofs off buildings with terrifying speed. The scene is chaotic and surreal, with debris and roofing materials being flung high into the air like toys. The roar of the wind is deafening, a relentless howl that drowns out all other sounds and creates a visceral sense of dread. From inside a nearby building, the view is a heart-stopping spectacle of destruction. Windows rattle violently and walls tremble as the tornado's relentless force sends trees, signs, and even vehicles tumbling through the air. The once familiar surroundings are transformed into a nightmarish whirlwind of twisted metal and scattered debris. The intensity of the storm is so overwhelming that it feels as if the world outside is being torn apart. The sight of the tornado's power, coupled with the ear-splitting noise, leaves a profound sense of horror and helplessness, making it clear that nature's fury is beyond human control. Tornado-like winds sweep across the area with ferocious intensity, lifting and hurling debris, vehicles, and even structures into the air. The relentless gusts create a chaotic and surreal scene as objects are tossed around like toys. The sheer force of the winds transforms the environment into a whirlwind of destruction, leaving behind a landscape of devastation and debris scattered everywhere. The storm unleashes a cacophony of sound as thousands upon thousands of hailstones pummel the ground, creating a chaotic symphony of clattering, banging, and drumming. Each hailstone, some as large as golf balls, crashes down with an explosive force, adding to the deafening din. The relentless barrage creates a relentless percussion as hailstones ricochet off roofs, windows, and vehicles, causing a constant barrage of loud, jarring noises. The relentless storm transforms the environment into a surreal, almost apocalyptic scene. The sky, darkened by the storm clouds, releases its icy projectiles with a fury that overwhelms the senses. The ground quickly becomes a sea of white, littered with the aftermath of the storm's icy assault. The sound is so pervasive and intense that it feels like an overwhelming, natural symphony. A colossal dust storm in Argentina transforms the landscape into an apocalyptic scene. A towering wall of red sand looms in front, engulfing the city in a suffocating cloud of red dust. The once clear sky is obscured by the swirling, reddish haze, turning the entire city into a surreal, otherworldly vision of destruction. The dense, choking dust creates an eerie atmosphere, making it seem as though the city is facing the end of the world.